Chris, let's talk about what you've coined as the Zillow effect as it relates to real estate, and I'll talk for just a little bit about what the over-the-net lending has done to our market.
Okay, great intro, Dave, thank you. And I'm gonna let Ellen and Garrett talk about maybe what the buyers that they work with. So Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, and there's a couple other apps out there. Realtor.com's got an app. They all have the same stuff, guys, okay? Now, Zillow's got brand recognition in the marketplace, and Zillow has a matrix that it can value the house. Zillow is one of two varieties in my opinion. It's an incredibly accurate tool or it's incredibly inaccurate. So, I would say 90% of the time, incredibly accurate, 10% of the time, incredibly inaccurate. I don't like the odds of 10% and incredibly inaccurate. So it would make a bad buying decision, it would make a bad selling decision. So I want you to know that I think Zillow app and all the other things that go with the app that would try to value a piece of real estate are very useful tools, but they are one tool in the toolbox. But let me let Ellen and Garrett talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, I'd say Zillow is great for doing reconnaissance on your neighborhood or drawing around where you want to be and say, oh, this home is valued at that, or look to see all the pictures, look to see what it sold for a few years ago. But then when it comes down to actually saying, is this worth writing an offer on relative to other ones, you've got to have your realtor show you the other comps of other homes similar to it. So that's my opinion of it. It's a great app to have, great to see the pictures, great to see, do your homework, but you've got to also have that personal touch too.
It's my understanding from talking to realtors that Zillow doesn't really understand the property. It's more of a comparative and automated valuation. They might not know it's a flag lot, or they might not know that it's a great property right next to a dry cleaner or a gas station. They might not know that, and here's your value.
Right, I've actually seen people contact me about properties that are not even on the market, and they're on Zillow, so I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, it's there's anomalies. This video is not to pick on Zillow. It's a tremendously good tool. Yeah, but from my perspective, at the end of the day, our various MLS systems have 500 or 600 variables that we can search on. Okay, and Zillow has maybe 10, and so if you really want to get down to what's on the market, you're going to want to rely on a real estate agent, because we can just get in so much deeper for the reasons you said. Flag lot, basement square footage is counted wrong. It's not all about bedroom count and square footage. That's very important, but that's not all of it. So, but Dave, you have banking type, like internal value tools. Is that sort of like Zillow too, or how does that work?
Well, there's something called an AVM, which is an automated value model. We don't use it that often. We used to. Banks used to accept it, but they don't any longer. But Zillow is that type of model brought to the public consciousness now. Banks no longer use that model. They want an appraiser to go out and take a look at, and the realtors are usually hitting the value on the button, and that's really what you need. You need an experienced hand looking at that value.